Alright, today I'm back to give you guys another video. Today we're going to be doing a quick review of the SIVGA SO1 open ear earphones. Now these do have Bluetooth 5.3. They are true wireless earbuds, but they are kind of like on ear, so they don't go all the way inside your ear. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. That being said, let me show you on Amazon. So you can get them in black and white, and that's how they sit. They just sit on your ears. They don't go all the way inside the ear. That's what the earbud looks like, and it has a hook for your ear. That being said, these are going for $69.90. The big question is, are they worth the money? Let's find out. Okay, so moving on to the accessories. So the only accessory that we get is this very short charging cable. It is really short. It's those short cables that I don't really like. You can barely charge them anywhere. So for that, I'm not a fan of them, so I'll give them thumbs down for that. Okay, moving on to the actual hardware. So this is where it gets interesting. So the case here is pretty big. It's not a small case. It's a pretty decently sized case, and I'm gonna show you more on that. On the back, you do have your Type-C port. And on the front, as you can see, it says SIVGA. So that is the branding logo there. But it is pretty big. As you can see, kind of fits barely on my hand. But if you compare it to these Samsung Live earbuds, which are the Jelly Beans, these are some of my favorite earbuds. If you compare that, you can probably fit two in this case. So this is a big case. Inside, I do like that it gives you the percentage of your battery, which is real nice. And then, like I said before, these just they don't go inside your ear. They just lay on top of your ear. So you can kind of hear your surroundings. If you're gonna go to the gym or you're gonna go run on the street, you know, you can hear your surroundings, so you don't get hit by a car or something like that. You do have one button, and you can turn them off and turn them on. They also have play and pause, and you know, all those features. You gotta make sure you read the manual for that. This is not a how-to video. This is a review of the earbuds themselves. So they were very comfortable. I did like that. They don't feel super cheap or anything like that. They feel, you know, pretty good. Like I told you, just the case is a little big for me, in my opinion. But I mean, if you're okay with it, I think it's not a big deal. I do like it. I think it even has an LED there when it's charging. For the hardware, I think the hardware is pretty nice, and I approve of it. So I'll give them thumbs up for the hardware. Okay, moving on to the sound quality. Now I did listen to some albums. I did play some Ice Cube. I also listened to the Jurassic Park soundtrack. I played other tracks, different kind of genres of music. I watched a few YouTube videos. I watched a piece of a movie on YouTube, and I watched one of my shows on Hulu. And let's first get to the bass. The bass is almost non-existent. You can barely hear some bass. I was not Happy with that. I thought they were gonna have a little bit more bass because they are more of speakers instead of earbuds, so they just lay on your ear. So I thought I was gonna be able to hear a little bit more bass, but that wasn't the case. There's not that much bass. Keep that in mind. If you're a big bass head, you might want to look somewhere else. So for the bass, thumbs down for the bass. Okay, moving on to the mids and highs. Now this are where these kind of shine. I'm not gonna say that they really impress me in any of the categories, but the mids did sounded pretty good. Not impressive, but I would say passable in my opinion. Everything that the voices, male and female, were pretty upfront, pretty clear. Nothing, distorting or anything like that. Also for the highs, instruments sounded pretty nice. When I was listening to the soundtrack of Jurassic Park, everything sounded pretty nice. I did wish that they got a little bit louder. They don't get really loud in my opinion, and I like to crank it up. But if you're in some of those people that kind of bring it down to around 50%, I think you should be okay with these earbuds. But if you really want to crank up that music up really loud, yeah, you're not gonna get that here. So for the sound quality, mids and highs, I think they were passable. So yeah, let's move on. Okay, moving on to my final thoughts. So in the beginning of the video, I asked you guys, are they worth the money? Now for $69, that's a little steep in my opinion. If you're looking for something like this, I think, and you're not, crazy on cranking up the volume up, I think you should be fine with these, especially if you're looking for something that's not too expensive compared to other similar items like this that they just lay on your ears, and you want something just to go jogging and you want to hear your surroundings. I think these do a pretty good job, but just remember that you can't really crank up the volume so high. You're probably gonna get between around 50 to 60% the most of what other headphones do. So that's how high this the volume goes on these earbuds. I like to crank it up again, so I wasn't too impressed with these. Now the build quality on these were pretty good. They were in my opinion, they don't feel cheap or anything like that. I do like that it tells you the battery life there. That's pretty cool. They were very comfortable as well. You can barely feel them on your ears, so that was very nice as well. I'm gonna only recommend them if you're looking for something like this and you don't mind paying the $69. I still think $69, it's in the ballpark of kind of not paying too expensive, because I know there's other expensive earbuds like these that don't go all the way inside your ear, and they literally go over $100. These are $69. In my opinion, they're still a little bit steep. The most I will pay for these, in my opinion, is around $40. I didn't like their little charging cable. That kind of sucks too. Like, who uses these? These are too small. I can't with those little chargers cables. But the earbuds were passable. Sound quality was okay. They did not have no bass. Again, if you're looking for something with a bass and that you're gonna crank up the volume, look somewhere else. If you're looking for something that you don't really care about the volume and you're just gonna be listening to podcasts and stuff like that, these are pretty good. Listening to podcasts and stuff was fine. You don't need bass to be hearing voices. So again, if you're gonna watch movies or just shows or podcasts where you're just gonna hear people talking, they were pretty good for that. So that was my quick review. Check out all my videos, subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time.